Hey, good morning. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. So the market surged yesterday. S&P for seventh day on the run closed at all-time highs. You've got the Nasdaq ramping up. The Dow came off a few points, lowered by IBM. Major results came out. You've got major pushers on the S&P, which is Netflix and Tesla, came out with great results. Also, Crocs, the rubber shoe manufacturer. The shares rose 12%, crushing estimates and bringing out the most amazing results. And the forecast going forward is extremely bullish. That might be something to look at in terms of a long-term share, because their main production was in Vietnam, which is a lot of companies up like Nike are producing in Vietnam. However, Vietnam has been shut down since mid-July due to a surge in the Delta COVID-19 variant. So therefore the shifting production, a lot of companies are shifting production over to Bosnia, over to China, where else? India. So they'll be moving production over Nike and Crocs and a few other manufacturers out of Vietnam, which is a really cheap labor resource country, over to some other cheap labor resource countries, but not cheaper than Vietnam, because I think that's as cheap as you get. So everything's looking rosy. All the companies are reporting well. Bitcoin came down a little bit, dropped about 4% yesterday. You've also got what I said, we got oil came off a little bit, but I'm still very bullish on oil. I still think oil is going to breach $100 a barrel very, very quickly. Where do we go from here? As I said, over the next few weeks, it looks like the market is taking in stride all the earnings. There's some excellent earnings coming out. Forecasts on most of them are looking pretty positive, and you're probably going to have a further run up and a further push on all-time highs as regards indices and shares, all the way up until Christmas and probably even January. From then onwards, you've got to start looking at the extremely high pricing that there is at the moment on all indices, all equities, and I am extremely cautious, whereby I'm looking for the market to come off anywhere between 15 and 20%. I'm one of those odd individuals that thinks the market's going to come down significantly, where most people are just buying, and I would be very cautious of buying at these levels because they're all-time highs. So saying that, again, when you're trading, be specific, set your stop losses. I think you probably could, in the next week or two, open some good level shorts, which means you want the market to go down with some high level stop losses to ride out the storm. Remember, only trade with regulated companies. Do not trade with any non-regulated companies. I'd also like you please to more subscriptions as far as my YouTube's concerned, and Instagram. I need to build up the marketing on there. I do talk about two specific things. I talk about markets, but also talk about being careful not to be scammed and ripped off by these absolute thieves, and there's thousands of them around there making millions on the back of your hard-earned money. So be very, very careful. If you're suspicious, or just contact me. And you can contact me in any case on WhatsApp, on LinkedIn. You can comment on the YouTube. You can also ask in which areas you want me to discuss, and I'm more than happy to discuss them. But the whole idea of this particular short YouTube is just to give you a little bit of background onto where the markets are at, what my views are. And I do think that over the once Christmas is over, I think the markets will go down in January, February. And that's my view. Super excessive pricing, but the trend is your friend. So this is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets, wishing you well. Have a good day, and speak soon.